Greetings, class. We're going to talk about uh, strengths and quests. We're going to talk about Dr. Howard Gardner and his theories on intelligence. So, Dr. Howard at Harvard, developed a multiple intelligence MI theory back in 1983. So, we're going to go more in depth in those. So, multiple intelligence. Um, So one of the questions is a teacher currently incorporating Gartner's theory of multiple intelligence to create opportunities to foster students' learning. Yes, I do believe it's incorporated. We're going to go more in depth with examples, so on and so forth. But first, we're going to talk about some of the theories. So, despite the theories of multiple intelligence enjoy, but the proper is popular with educators. Many teachers utilize these multiple intelligence in their teaching philosophies and work to integrate Gartner's theories into the classroom. Learning more about the multiple intelligence can help you better understand your own strengths as a person and as a teacher, as a student. While a person might be particularly strong in certain specific areas, such as music intelligence, he or she may be, for example, more likely to be more stronger in verbal or musical or neutralist intelligence versus someone that's more interpersonal. Um, in order to captivate the full range of abilities, talents that people possess, Gardner's theory is that people do not have just an intelligent capacity, but many kinds of intelligence, including music, interpersonal, spiritual, linguists, so on and so forth, right? Um, so more in depth, this right here I'm talking about here, the theories that people possess, the multiple theories. So they're like 8 different intelligence. So like one, logical. People who demonstrate intelligence have a knack for reasoning, numbers, problem solving. Those are your fixers, right? Then you got your verbal, right? That's more of, hey, you must have your way with words. You're a good communicator, a good storyteller. The music you have, where someone can demonstrate, musically talented pattern, rhythms, so on and so forth. Film, creative, and as far as advertising, studio recordings, neutralists. Their activities is like bird watching, like the Central Park, for example, or the Grand Canyons, or more on like veterinary science. Also, another one that I didn't add in here, like marine biology, tourism, environmental science, and then you got visual people that's intelligent, like I was talking about before, where they're intelligent with a little more processing, creating information visually. Very good detail orientated people. Um, Also, to add on in here, the human brain, okay, kinetic intelligence. Someone who's like, I use it as like photographic memory. Interpersonal, person like social butterflies, score high in the categories interpersonal and intelligence, reference to ability to be skillful, respond to moods, emotions, the dynamics, high scores and great team member projects, and so on and so forth. And then you have intrapersonal, the one that is personal strength of mind, for example, where you can make decisions, you can self-reflect on yourself, on different things that you need to do or change this and that. I think a lot of solitary learners are more like this. But moving on. Um, let's see, and then the intrapersonal, adding on more into it, like your goals, spiritual leaders, ethics, entrepreneurship, could be, like I said, solitary learners. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some examples of um, the different categories on the interpersonal skills. For example, like I have right here, interpersonal intelligence. These students more likely are to explore the presence area of the study through research, reflection, or individual projects. Um, We can go to another one. In the music center, for example, music intelligence. This is this intellect, where students compose and singing songs and about the subject matter, or making their own instruments, or learning rhythm ways, repeated or whatever have you not to, for learning capabilities. Then you have like art, which is more like the spiritual and intellect realm. They explore the subject area in diverse art media, puzzles, charts, pictures, so on and so forth. And these are my references. So that concludes everything as far as the Gartner's theories. I do believe teachers implement that still to this day since 1983. I enjoyed Gartner's theory. It's something that should continue to be utilized. We can always add more to it and learn more things about ourselves, because the more we develop, the more we evolve, the more we learn from each other and learn, as we go on, and we learn more and more about it. So yes, I do like it because it's a broad spectrum that describes and explains different ways people learn that's more obvious. All right, that concludes my brief. Thank you.